Lego lasses.
Hello. Hiya.
Tell us about your life.
Yeah, well, my name's Katie. We are talking to you from 30 years in the future. We moved into our house at the moment when I was, about 30 years ago. When I was 20, I'd grown up in a traditional house. It's hard to imagine it now, some of the ones you might live in. We moved into a new octopod, which was made a bit like Lego, as you would call it. And I've been here for 30 years. We've not had to move, we've not had to grow out of our house. When it was initially just me and my husband, we moved in and then we had our young child a few years later. It meant that we didn't have to move out, we can change the inside of the fabric of the house, so we can just put in a new space. That meant that when my dad here got too old to look after himself a few years later, he could move in with us. We've all got our own spaces, and that means that even though we're always spending a lot of time in the same building, we've managed to live completely separate lives, which I think is great for my teenage daughter here, and it means that we can we've grown up in the house. I've still got my family around me, and it's evolved with us.
Yeah, I like it because I do get a lot of space for myself. When Mum talks about, the house that she grew up in, it just sounds rubbish. You could hear everything between the rooms because we've got really good soundproofing. I can play my music as loud as I want, and I'm in total control of the colour of the walls according to my mood, which at the moment has been quite a lot of black. Mum says, it should be lilac or something like that, but I get to control my room, which is brilliant for me. So I really like it, and also I don't have to kind of put up with the rest of the family too much.
Hello, welcome to my pod. I got my own pod a few years ago and managed to expand the family home to fit me in, which is lovely being back with my family again, although past babysitting there, which was interesting, but I feel part of the family and part of a unit now, which is nice.
And what do you do for fun?
My hoverboard ramp is spectacular on the roof as well. So, and with my new titanium hips, I can still carry on hoverboarding now at the age of 207.
You're looking good on it. All of you are looking pretty young. What do you do with your? Do you work? What do you do to occupy yourselves?
I do work, and what's great is I still get to look after my family without having to spend a lot of time taking my dad to the doctors, because a lot of that is done through our avatar now. My daughter here, she gets a lot of her education, a lot of her homework. I can keep track of what she's doing through sensors in the room, which means that if she's on the internet talking to a friend instead of doing her homework, I can check, which means that I can work from here. I actually run my own business, but I get to do a lot of it from my own home, which is fantastic. It means I get to spend a lot of time with my family, but quality time instead of driving them around and nagging them and chasing them. I've got robots to do that for me.
I'm also part of kind of online virtual classroom a lot of the time, so I've got classmates who are in different countries, and I can kind of access, my teacher speaks to me through the video conferencing. I can just, chat whenever I want to and learn in a flexible way, which is quite cool.
And of course you can drive because there's no age limit now.
Yeah, well,
you can go in cars.
At least we don't have to pay for hundreds of pounds for driving lessons. I can just get in the car and go. I can't believe you'd have to do that. That sounds ridiculous.
But it also means we've got the technology to stop your pocket money and your allowance if I know that you're acting up as well. I've got
That's true.
direct access
Instantly.
into all of your bank accounts.
There was that one time when you just stopped the car and I was trying to go and see my friends. That was pretty, to be honest.
The robots told me what you were doing.
So, can you remember what it was like? What buildings used to look like? What colour?
A bit dingy. And the ones I grew up in, quite cold and a bit mouldy as well. So they did have a lot of character, I'll give them that. But I was never very good at DIY, so this works pretty well for me.
My old home was very cold. I remember being cold the whole time. I couldn't afford to heat it really. Now my new pod makes money for me off my solar panels, so also gives me an income, which is nice.
I think we've got